So we really just lost to the Pistons without Blake Griffin and the Cavaliers. Wow, that's crazy.
So I just watched my Pacers lose their season opener at home versus the Pistons without Blake Griffin on Wednesday, and then yesterday we lost to the Cavs on the road. Here's why and what we can do about it. First of all, we've got rebounding. Let me put it like this. Andre Drummond, Kevin Love, and Tristan Thompson are all known for their rebounding. They're great rebounders. But when those three guys combine for 49 rebounds against you, there's obviously something wrong. The Cavs and Pistons also combined for 17 more rebounds than the Pacers total. And they also got 6 more offensive rebounds than us. That's the two teams combined in the two games. So, I mean, this has been a problem for us for a long time. Like, we've been a bad rebounding team for a pretty long time, for years actually. So you'd think that we have it down by now, but really it just comes down to Sabonis and Miles Turner. And then, I'll get to the problem with that a little bit later. But basically, they couldn't really stay on the floor for that long, and that's what caused the rebounding problems. Next is perimeter defense. So when we switch and rotate our defense over, we've gotten confused or lost by opposing teams' ball movement a lot, especially when guarding guys like Derrick Rose and Luke Kennard off the Pistons bench. Then against the Cavs, we literally just let Colin Sexton and Darius Garland and even Jordan Clarkson get hot from the three-point line too. They were just going off against us and we just could not guard them. I've also seen TJ Warren bump into, I believe it was Jeremy Lamb that he bumped into. We've just been messing up our rotations on defense a lot, and it's very frustrating to watch. And then finally we have fouling, which the Pacers have combined for a total of 55 personal fouls over 2 games. This was a problem during the Cavs game more so, when Sabonis was constantly getting baited by Kevin Love's pump fakes, and it literally got him out of the game in the first quarter, right away. So that was a big problem, and that's one of the reasons why we got out-rebounded a lot. And then Justin Holiday also fouled Jordan Clarkson, who made a 3, which created a 4-point play. Not only that, but Justin also got beat by Colin Sexton's backdoor cuts a lot too. Then one of the best surprises of the season so far, which has been Edmund Sumner, unfortunately got in foul trouble as well in the Cavs game with 4, and that was only in the start of the third quarter. So in conclusion, our defense has been a real problem, and we need to get that in order, or there's going to be some changes that are going to have to be made. So Nathan McMillan is also low-key getting exposed right now in these last couple of games for his bad rotations. Guys like Malcolm Brogdon, Miles Turner, TJ Warren, and Sabonis, which are our 4 main starters, they're getting around 35 to 40 minutes a game, and that is just way too much, and it's just not going to work for an 82 game season. So he's got to fix that. And then also just the inconsistency on the bench. You got guys like Edmund Sumner who are playing very well so far this season. He hasn't had the bad game just yet. His first 2 games have been amazing, and you're not playing him enough. Now granted, he did have foul trouble in the second game, but you could have put him out there in the end of the third quarter or something, because you knew you weren't gonna have him in the closing lineup. So why not just have him foul out if he's going to, you know what I mean? And then he just gave TJ McConnell the minutes of Aaron Holiday in the second game altogether. Aaron didn't play at all, and that was only because Aaron had a bad game in the first game. He just chucked up 6 shots, missed all of them, and then just like that, he missed his role on the team, which is insane to me. And then TJ Leaf, you had him play 3 minutes in the first game, and then that jumped up to 18 in the second game. Why not play guys like Jakar Sampson or Elijah Johnson, who are known for their defense a lot more than TJ Leaf? And then TJ Leaf, the guy is literally under 20% from the field right now as far as shooting. That is just insane to me that you're playing that guy over guys like Goga Bitadze, who by the way got his first point last night against the Cavs, which was pretty crazy. Pretty happy for him. He did get injured, but apparently it's not serious, and he's already back. He could have played more in that game if Nate played him. So yeah, man, it's honestly ridiculous how inconsistent Nate really is with his rotations. chemistry is something that we're really lacking right now, and obviously there's a reason for it. You know, you look at guys like Jeremy Lamb, Malcolm Brogdon, and TJ Warren. Those are all new guys in the starting lineup. Like, that is a lot of baggage right there, but we literally do not have chemistry. And I've actually heard, you know, reports about this, like Malcolm Brogdon saying in interviews and everything, saying like that we don't really have like a guy who just speaks out against anything, you know, like a leader, kind of like Thad Young from last year. Like, he kind of just said that everybody's just really quiet, like really about themselves, and that's not really good for a team. You know, we need that one guy to be the voice of the team. Like, look at the Clippers, for example. You got Patrick Beverley, who just gives this crazy energy to the building. He's clearly the voice of the team. We need that type of like energy. We need Malcolm Brogdon, who, you know, his nickname's the president. Like, he needs to speak out. And by the way, Malcolm Brogdon's looking really good in the first 2 games. He actually had 10 plus assists in both of them, and then he had 22 points in the first game and 30 in the second. Like, he looks really, really good, and his 3-point shot, like, everything is just really good about him. He might even like average 50, 40, 90 again this season, which would be crazy because he's gonna get a lot more shots up. So yeah. Another thing that I gotta say is definitely guys like TJ Warren, Jeremy Lamb, Justin Holiday, Doug McDermott, TJ McConnell, and TJ Leaf, and also Aaron Holiday, I guess, as well. All of those guys that I just mentioned, they've been doing terrible offensively. Like, let me just read you some numbers. TJ Warren is shooting 41% from the field. He hasn't made a 3-pointer yet. Jeremy Lamb is shooting 36% from the field in his first game, hasn't made a 3-pointer yet. And then Justin Holiday is shooting 33% from the field, 25% from 3. By the way, his defense is really overrated. I thought he was like a 3-and-D guy. He's really not that good at that. Like, he's a very, you know, like a poor man's 3-and-D guy, you know what I mean? And then you also got Doug McDermott, who hasn't really been making shots like that. He hasn't really gotten that many minutes either. He's only played 11.5 per game in these 2 games. And then TJ McConnell, he's shooting 30% from the field, hasn't made a 3-pointer yet. TJ Leaf, my God, why are we playing TJ Leaf over guys like Jakar Sampson, you know, Elijah Johnson, all of those guys? Edmund Sumner looks so good. In transition, he's a straight up bucket. And then he's also a pretty good defender as well. And the one thing about him is he has to stay away from foul trouble. I already talked about that obviously before, but man, like, he really does need to get away from foul trouble, because if it wasn't for that, he would have played like amazing last night. Well, he really did, honestly, already. Like, the man is literally shooting 63 or 64% from the field as a guard. That is really impressive. And yeah, I just hope that he gets more minutes. You know, he's averaging 19 right now in the 2 games. By the way, since I've just been rambling at this point now, I also want to say, don't get like caught up in all this. This is only 2 games. We're 100% going to be better than this. Don't worry about that at all. We're not going to be like this all season, you know what I mean? We shouldn't panic or anything like that just yet. Our guys just need to get their chemistry going. Nate just needs to fix up his rotations, and then we also need to get better on the defensive end as well. And then after that, and then when guys start hitting shots as well, then we'll be good to go. So yeah, if you guys did enjoy this video, then make sure to leave a like, subscribe if you're new, and I'll go ahead and see y'all boys out.